all of you in the discussion of the UPSC prelims question paper. This is the set 5. In the previous 4 videos, we discussed from 1 to 40. So let's start with question number 41 to 50 in this video. So question number 41, with reference to the history of India, consider the following pairs. First is Aurang. Now what is Aurang? It is a charge of treasury of the state. That is what is mentioned. Okay. The second is Banyan, the Indian agent of East India Company. Now this is correct. Okay, this is correct. Aurang is basically a warehouse, is a Persian term for warehouse. So 1 is incorrect. So this is out and this is out. 2 is correct. So option B is the right answer. Okay. So Mirasidar, a designated revenue payer to the state, that is correct, and Banyan, that is Indian agent to East India Company. So option B is the right answer in question number 41. Question number 42. With reference to the religious history of India, consider the following statement. Stha Viradan Vadins belongs to Mahayana Buddhism. Now, statement 1 is incorrect because in the second council, British Council, Buddhist Council of Vaishali, 2 schools emerged, and Mahayana came in the 4th council, and this Stha Viravadins, that was out of the second council. So that is not correct. Mahayana came in the 4th. So 1 is incorrect here. 1 is incorrect here. Lokataravadin sect was the offshoot of Mahasangika sect of Buddhism. So this is correct because subdivision of Mahasangika or for the next 7 centuries included Lokaravadins, Ikavaharikas, and Kaukutikas. Okay. So here statement 2 is correct. If the statement 2 is correct, automatically the statement B would be the right answer. 3 will also be correct. The deification of Buddha by Mahasangika fostered by Mahayana Buddhism. So both options are correct. Okay, so this is a little technical, you have to read in depth if you have to remember facts here. Buddhism, Jainism, Buddhism are always favorite topic of UPSC examination. Question number 43. Which of the following statements correctly explains the impact of industrial revolution on India during the first half of the 19th century? Okay, the first half of the 19th century. The first is Indian handicrafts were ruined. Now what happened? Industrial revolution started from first half of 19th century. That is from 1850s. 1800. Okay, so 1800 to 1850. Okay. So Indian handicrafts were ruined. Yes, they were ruined because the cheaper imports from the exported item, they came from England and they destroyed Indian market. So this is correct. Okay. Machines were introduced in the industrial textile. No industrialization happened in India. Railways lines were laid in many parts. 1853, the first railway came. So after 1853, the railways came. So C is also incorrect. Heavy duties were imposed on the imports of British manufacturers. It was other way around. Okay, there were no duties on the imported items. So A is the right answer. Indian handicraft were ruined because the business practice of the Britishers were exploitative in nature. So A is the right answer. Consider the following events in the history of India. Okay, and there are some 4 events. Rise of Pratiharas under King Bhoja, establishment of Pallava power under Mahendra Varna, establishment of Chola power by Parantaka, and Pala dynasty founded by Gopala. So these are factual questions you need to remember. So quickly let's look at what are the areas. So Pala dynasty was in mid 8th century. Chola was in the 10th century. Okay. Pallava was in 571, and it was in the 6th century, and this automatically was in the 9th century. So so you can see here which is the following chronological events starting from the earliest time. So which was the earliest time? So Pallava was the earliest time. So 2. So either C or either A will be the answer. Then after Pallavas we have 8th. Okay. So D 2-4. So 2413. So C is the right answer. You can check here. It's a factual question. You have to remember. Remember, chronology is also always asked in history. And you have to remember the chronology. This is a very typical common question asked in UPSC. In earlier years also we have found such questions. Question number 45. Which of the phrases defines the nature of hundi generally preferred as sources of post-Harsha period? So hundi is basically a financial instrument which was used during long distance trade. So C is a clear-cut factual answer. Bill of exchange. It was developed in the medieval period, used as a form of remittance instrument to transfer money from place to place, as a form of credit instrument. Okay, so bill of exchange is C. With reference to book Deshkar Katha written by Sakharam Ganesh Deuskar during the freedom struggle, consider the following statement. It warned against the colonial state hypnotic conquest of the mind. He was very famous. His the book which he wrote, Deshkar Katha, that revived the idea of Swades. Okay, so naturally Swaraj. Sorry. So one is correct. It inspired the performance of Swadesi, street plays, and folk song. This is also true. The use of Desh by Deshkar was in specific context of region of Bengal. No, it was in the specific concept of nation. Again, so you won't find this in the normal standard books. So statement 1 and 2 both are correct here. Gandhi-Irwin Pact, question number 47. The Gandhi-Irwin Pact included which of the following? Okay, the invitation of Congress to participate in the Round Table Conference, that was right. Because of this pact, actually Mahatma Gandhi went for the discussion. Withdrawal of ordinances promulgated in connection with the civil disobedience movement. Yes, after civil disobedience movement, it was basically to pacify the Gandhian struggle. So 2 is also correct. Acceptance of Gandhi's suggestion to inquire into police excesses. No, police. This was not accepted. And the 4th one, the release of only prisoners who were not charged with violence. So this was also true. So whosoever were not charged in violence, they should be released. So 1, 2, 4 is the right answer. Clear-cut factual question. If you have read this pact properly, you could easily solve this question. It is of Setter. Question number 48. The Vittal Vidvanasak, the first monthly journal to have untouchable people as its target audience, was published by Gopal Baba Valankar. Okay, so he began publishing monthly journal, that is Vittal Vidvanasak, destroyer of Brahminical or Seminonical pollution. Okay, so he was the first person to write such thing, and he wrote articles on it in Marathi newspaper. So this was in as old as 1888. A is the right answer here. With reference to the history of India, the term Kal, Kulya Vapa and Drona Vapa denote. So what is Kulya Vapa and Drona Vapa? So basically they are the measurement of land. It's a factual question. So it was found in the Gupta record. The reference, the Kulya Vapa is a denomination of land measurement, and Drona Vapa is the area requiring 1 drone of measure C to be sown. So A is the right. Again, a factual question. You have to be very thorough in terms of the facts of the modern history. Sorry, ancient history. Which of the following rulers advise his subjects through the inscription? Whosoever praises his religious sect or blames the other sect out of excessive devotion of his own sect, with the view of glorifying his own sect, he rather injures his own sect very severely. So this was, this was on the Ashokas in scriptures. Okay, so this is a very famous statement you'll find in the books. Ashoka's edict, it was mentioned there. Okay, so he asked about interreligious faith after the Kalinga War. So this is the right answer. So we have discussed the 10 questions in this video, and thank you very much. So in the next video, we'll discuss the next set of 10 questions.